I've had a sandwich. I've reset the computer. You know, had a break, gave the computer a break. I am back with my new dude. He doesn't have all the same skills as the other guy, but we can get those back. Let's pop in the Woodcraft VHS. This is the episode about beds that we saw briefly on the other character, but home for improvements, four nails, yada yada. Well, darn. It would seem that we got two episodes of Woodcraft in a single shot. It is a little past noon. Cake still not rotten. Compost is 0% full. Sack or empty compost bag required, like I said last time. Well, time to hunt down my former corpse. Because that's what you do in games like this. I believe he should be back here somewhere. Is he not back here somewhere? Ah, a pair of scissors. We need those. You'll take your ring, too. I mean, technically, I've got enough clothes, but. Now, if I were the zombie of an X player character, where would I hide? Well, there's somebody else. I will start taking clothes that have holes in them so that I can. Oh, there I am. They always said I was a bit slow on the uptake. Was nearly too slow on the uptake that time, too. This reminds me of a particular thing. Everyone's confused why I don't like shorts. And, you know, to be fair, I'm a bit confused myself. Growing up in a house with mostly women, my sisters wore shorts all the time, obviously. Mom had her summer shorts too, obviously. But like I just didn't like them. I still don't like them even to this day. Like if you've seen me go to the beach, I will be wearing jeans and a t-shirt even at the beach. Makes things kind of awkward when everybody wants you to swim. Like, come on, does anybody expect me to be able to swim? Really? Swim in this day and age? Whee! Splat. Is this one? Yeah, this is one of the houses we already broke into. Don't want to use my own water supply. Oh, there's a dead guy out there. There's a few dead guys out there. Well, okay, mostly dead women. Okay, so 2 dead guys and 2 dead girls. At least we've got an even ratio. Woo! Crap, crap, crap. I took my hand off the keyboard. Let's just take a bunch of stuff. Socks. I hesitate to call a necklace with a crucifix a valuable object. I mean, a lot of crucifix necklaces are actually made of silver, or like that strangely dense, strangely dense magnetic form of silver. Okay, so is that going to be the only surprise today? That'd be great. Okay, so let's try to get a little bit back on track here and forget all the dead people lying on someone's lawn. There's a dead guy on your grass, which is not inferring any copyright infringement or making any reference to any other game that I may or may not have seen. Close the door just in case. That can end very badly. Rip the clothing. Rip this clothing. Rip that clothing. This clothing. Dismantle this watch. That clothing. That clothing. These 2 clothings. Hey, you want to know how not to appear like a serial killer to other people? Don't have a shelf just full of like watches and rings and stuff that you took from random dead bodies. That would really help, make you not look like a serial killer. It's a kind of random thing to to bring up in the middle of a zombie apocalypse, you know, especially considering this is single player and they don't have any other people right now. They're working on that, or so I've been told. Tons of ripped sheets. There's always some dirty. I don't know why. There was always some dirty. You saw me meticulously clean each piece, and yet there's still some dirty. I don't get it. We'll stick the letter opener in our extra stuff box here. But like, yeah, we've got a whole shelf dedicated to rings and earrings and watches and like, you know, I suddenly got the idea that maybe people would be a bit suspicious of that. Like, did you rob a bank? Did you kill a bunch of zombies? Is this from before the outbreak? That might seem just a tad suspicious. You should probably not do that in real life. Well, this is a video game. You shouldn't be doing anything you see here in real life. But that's beside the point. Like, particularly something like this, you shouldn't really do, like, ever. Now, I, for one, am rather surprised that the scrap electronics box stayed on the table. I thought for sure that was going to be an oversight, that they were going to change when I reset the game. We're going to have ourselves a nyap. Not a nap, a nyap. And woohoo, more stuff to mess with when we get to it later. Let's face it, we're not even going to use that much stuff. But, like, right now, it's 3 in the morning. Oh boy, 3:50 a.m. And we're going to study. And maybe by the time we're finished studying, it'll actually be daylight and we can see what we're doing outside. Look, I could swear I have the speed reading trait on me. And I do, but it still doesn't seem fast enough. In the background, there was a splash of the cooking show on there, so it's daylight now. And done. So that only took about 6 hours. You know what we're going to do? We're going to actually use a microwave. You can adjust the settings all you'd like, just like anything else that happens to be electronic. And only slightly burnt. I've been trying to save, like, our food that we can cook, specifically for, you know, cooking food that we can actually cook once I end up getting things we can cook with. We do have a saucepan, but you can't really put a lot of things in a saucepan for some strange reason. But, like I was saying the first time, what we need is to find a forest so that we can start getting sticks and branches. Because if we have sticks and branches, then we can start crafting a lot more. That or a saw. A saw would be great. And while I'm content just to poke about each and every single house until I find a saw, that'd be kind of boring for you guys. I mean, I'm the crazy guy who would actually like checking every single door in every single place. Something tells me that's the church in the corner there. That's the church in the corner where I reinforce my religion. Legally distinct, it is not a copyright infringement of any song that you may or may not have heard. Grab this. Grab this, because we do still need water containers. We'll need to build them eventually. This is considered a forestable. This is considered a forest area. So eventually, we should find things. Let's focus on firewood because, sticks are considered firewood. Just a couple more minutes for a cursory examination. Ah. For a cursory examination, and then I'll leave off so that you guys don't have to watch this forever. Oh, well, speaking of the devil,